ClayTheAuthor here. Yeah, sunglasses. I'll probably put them down later because it's really bright out. Yeah, so drive from work blog number 3. So far, this seems to be working out for me. I like talking to you folks. It's a nice way to keep me occupied during the drive home. Yeah, so I did it. I finally did it. I put the video up this morning, so you'll see this a few days later, but I got Salvage, the first 3 chapters of my sci-fi, up on Wattpad, ready to go. So if you're a beta reader, if you're in the booktube community, authortube folks, writing community, anybody out there who wants to beta read it, you know, and you'd love to give me some feedback, that'd be awesome. I could totally use it. Because I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Is I had an editor for my first book, and you know, I'm totally just going to say it. It was a great value add for the first time around, but once I got, you know, over the shock factor of seeing all the red, I could do this. You know, I can do that stuff. You just have to be truthful with yourself and do all those things that they talk about where you print it out, you change the formatting, you change the letter size, and so that way you don't go over the same line endings and that kind of thing. And maybe it's the fact that I'm a coder and have spent a lot of time checking for, you know, missing semicolons, that doing the editing, it's not so bad if you pretend that somebody else wrote it. So I think I can do this next one with just some beta readers. And because I didn't have beta readers at all before. I don't have beta readers now, but I really didn't have beta readers before. But now I've got a little bit of a community I could probably scrape some out of, right? And so I think I'm gonna try to do that instead of going full bore and doing the editing thing, just because I wanna build those skills. I wanna be able to produce my own books and not be dependent upon anybody else. That's why this is DIY resources for the independent writer, right? Independent, man. Do it all yourself. And so, yeah, I could outsource my book covers, right, which I did for the first one. My second one, Salvage, which if you guys check it out on Wattpad, you'll see I designed that book cover on my own. It's not as good, but it's all right, I think. I think it's pretty good. And even if it's not, I better just get my chops up to where I can, right? I just watched a great video by Draw with Jazza. I don't know if you're familiar with him, because you're authors, you might not get into that side of the creative thing, but I do. And he has a free Photoshop style app that he was using in his video. He wasn't using it, he was promoting in his video and had a link to down below, called Krita. K-R-I-T-A, and I'll link to it down below as well. And it's like a free Photoshop. So I've been using GIMP for years. I'm pretty comfortable with it, but I understand if you're not. It's got a pretty steep learning curve, and the UI can be lacking at times. So I really am looking forward to getting home today and downloading Krita and seeing what's up with it. Be very cool, very fun to see. And so in that vein, right, that I'm still researching free products and all that stuff, I need to be using that kind of stuff to make my own covers, right? I'm a vector graphic guy by love, I guess, right? I love vector graphics. That's just where I, you know, yeah, it's what speaks to me. And so, but that's not necessarily the best for cover design. It can be great. And in the video I have, which I should probably actually link to below, where I show you folks, where I go over how to, you know, basically steal designs. You know, you just go through and you copy it and you make your own version of book covers. That's all vector graphics that I'm doing there. But let's face it, most of the book covers you see are photoshopped photo amalgamations, right? Of, you know, 6 photos, you know, a beautiful background, a beautiful woman, you know, and then, you know, sunlight streaming through the trees and all that jazz. And so, stick those 3 or 4 photos together and all of a sudden you got something really pretty. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, so I don't do that right now. I gotta be honest. I am not doing the high def pixel art cover design, you know, raster images. And so I gotta start. It's time. And GIMP isn't the friendliest program ever. And so if I'm gonna start doing tutorials, I think I've gotta get a friendlier program. And so Krita, hopefully, will be that program. I'll let you folks know. However, Inkscape, all day long, every day. I love it. Yeah, the UI is a little hinky, but oh, it's so good. So good. Inkscape, vector graphics. Yeah. You don't need Adobe Illustrator. You don't need to buy the Adobe suite. So the guy who's looking into Adobe products right now. Shh. Right, so that's where I'm at with that. I feel really good that I got the art, or not the art, the words out on Wattpad, and you know, I don't think anybody cares yet because I've only got 2 Wattpad followers. So you know, if you're a Wattpad do the words maker guy, girl, them, whatever, hit me up on there. You know, I'd love to start following more people. So I'm a fantasy sci-fi guy, so that's the kind of stuff I like, but Wattpad seems to be a whole bunch of fan fiction and Star Wars stuff. So that's not really my bag. This might not even be the correct medium or outlet for me to be posting my stuff, because I'm old, I don't know this junk. So if you've got a better outlet that you know about, that old guys like me who like Conan the Barbarian and old sword and sorcery shit, comment below. Let me know if I should be on a different platform. If not, comment below and let me know what I should be doing to, you know, up my visibility and all that stuff, up my engagement on Wattpad there. Because the story I put on, A Tale of Karg, my fantasy, I did get longlisted for the 2018 Waddies. Like, you know, they sent me a little thing. It was super awesome. It felt great. Now, all that means is that I'm in like the top 8,000 or 5,000 out of, you know, the 200,000 entries or whatever it was they got. So, am I the cream of the crop? No. But is my wordsmithing to a point where I can get at least a nod in the general direction that, oh, this guy doesn't suck. Yeah, good on you, buddy. Yes, I can get that. And so that is huge for me, right? That is a major signpost in the road that says keep going in this direction. And so, yeah, if you're on Wattpad, if you're needing visibility, right, and you need somebody to follow you, hit me up, man. I'll follow you. I'm super curious. Now, granted, if you're writing romance and that kind of stuff, or new adult, probably not my bag. Just gotta be honest. But, you know, if you're writing YA, that's like some super awesome fantasy world, your high fantasy anything is my jam. Sci-fi, I like grimdark, right? So if you're writing anything like that that's got a nice gritty edge to it, you know, I'll totally put up with some urban fantasy if it's got some nice grit to it, for sure. Yeah, so if that's you, find me. I am at ClayTheAuthor, a whole bunch of places. And if you know of a social media account that I need to start, let me know. I'll start it up, you know? I am just now starting to get the ball rolling on this, and I'm actually having a really good time doing it. Yeah, come have fun with me. This is great. So, yeah, folks, I'm feeling awesome about what I'm doing. If these kind of videos are inspirational to you at all, like, subscribe, do that kind of thing. I'm gonna be making more of them. I've got some tutorials I've got that I owe you folks that I'm gonna be coming out with here around Inkscape specifically, vector graphics, that kind of stuff, text design, cover stuff. I need to get and do another couple of book formatting tutorials as well. So it's all coming. And oh, and if Krita works out, I'm definitely going to be doing a video about that, to just do a walkthrough, show you guys what I thought, like I did with Scrivener, you know, just do an unboxing. Yeah, so folks, come find me. I'd love to meet you and see what you're doing and what your projects are all about. If not, you guys have a great time being a lurker. I lurked for years, so I get it. All right, folks, you guys have a great day. Like, subscribe, all that, you know, call to action stuff, and you guys go enjoy the sun. See you around.